Tins. Hello. Hey, Jeff. Hi, Pinky. Aaliyah, she returns to us. So glad to see you. Oh my gosh. Is that Michael Sinler? I think it is. I think give us a hair flip so I know it's you. You know what's gonna happen, Michael. Come on. Ike, greetings, Ike. How you doing? Peace. Peace to you. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us in the Room of Love, also known as the Thursday Night Online Open Mic. We're going to give our friends and compatriots some time to join us and trickle in. Hey, Elaine. I'm so glad to see you. Yes, yes, of course. Aaliyah, I got you. We got our first person who wants to be on the good luck round. You got it. You got it. I'm gonna type it to you so it's sealed, signed, sealed, and delivered. Okay. Peace and blessings right back to you, Elemental. So glad to have you in the space. Oh, look at you giving us the visuals. Is that water? It's beautiful. Very fancy. Don't look behind me because you're not gonna see nothing that fancy behind me. Okay. It's just the wall and oh, I got a yellow pillow. That's about it. It's a little sunshine. Home goods, y'all. Home goods. They're not an official sponsor yet. You know what I mean? But you never know what will happen. Greetings, everyone. Come through Sunflower. Yes, of course. Welcome, Messiah and Catherine and Katie. Who else we got in here? Jacqueline. We got Catherine Britton joining us as well. Burn Bridges in the house. I'm excited to see what Burn Bridges has in the background for us this evening. Veep, Daniel Welch. I see Joski and his lovely dimples are joining us soon. We'll all get to enjoy those shortly. He usually does a nice lean in so we can get a good picture. You know what I mean? I just look out for that is all I'm saying. If you're into dimples, if that's your thing, okay. Gusto with the gusto is also joining us. We want to give our friends maybe 1 or 2 minutes to jump into the room. If you know that you did not sign up for the guaranteed list and you have something that you would like to share, this is your time. Message me in the Zoom DMs, you know what I'm saying? Hit me with a little private message and let me know you'd like to get on. I'll be dropping a list in just 1 minute. I'll let a few more people jump in, or actually, you know what? Let me just drop it right now. You know what I mean? And then I'll drop it again. Here we go. Boom. So that is the guaranteed list. Feel free to peruse and look for yourself. Oh, Zakali is in the room. Zone conta. See, he does a better horn than I do, but I'll let him prove that to you. Emily Cordes, so glad to see you in the room. Oh, all of our friends are here. This is so great. Mr. Tezazomo is also joining us. Okay, let's get into it because we got a nice little list here, and I want to make sure everybody has their time to share. Greetings, Mr. Tezazomo. Glad to see you in that beautiful background as always. So if you did not know, you have found yourself at the Thursday Night Online Open Mic presented to you by the New Eurekan Poets Cafe, the legendary, the Mecca, where many of us have come to find our family in poetry and creative expression. So we invite you tonight to join us, whether that's to share your own poetry, music, or comedy, or just to, kick back in the space and absorb the good energy. Because this has been a long week. I don't know about y'all, but this week been kicking my ass, okay? So I'm very glad to see you guys and to love on you for a little bit and hopefully to get a little love in return, because I don't know about you, but I always have a little space for a little bit of extra love. So for those folks who did sign up for tonight's event, which the sign up usually takes place 24 hours ahead of time. So since we spit in on Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, the sign up at the newyourekan.org, full events calendar, Thursday night, artist ticket happens on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. If you forget any of that, you can follow me at It's Ray Jane, that's ITS RAYJANE on Instagram or Facebook. Usually on Wednesdays, I am dropping a little how-to For those of you who don't know how to sign up, usually have a little jam on there so you get your shoulders going while you get your instructions, you know what I mean? And normally for those folks who do take the time or get the chance to sign up for the guaranteed list, that means we have 20 folks that will absolutely get 3 minutes. I'm gonna repeat that, 3 minutes to share their piece of poetry, music, or comedy with us. Sometimes it goes over a little bit, and usually we are well blessed in that time. So we try to keep it to 3 minutes so we can get to everybody on the guaranteed list and to the folks on the good luck round. Now, what is the good luck round, Ray Jane? Well, I'm so glad you asked. So for those folks who forgot, you know, something else is going on Wednesday night, 9 p.m., your belly start rumbling, you know, you had to go to the bedroom, whatever happened, and you missed your chance to sign up. You show up in the room here, and if you don't see yourself on the guaranteed list, which I'm going to drop one more time for those folks who are just joining us, then you hit me in the Zoom DMs and let me know that you would like to get on. And we try to make space for about 5 to 10 extra folks on the good luck round so that we get a chance to hear as much as possible. Because I don't know about the rest of y'all, but we some poetry junkies, okay? We like the artistry and to be inspired by one another. So if you don't see yourself on the list and you would like to see yourself on the list, hit me up, okay? And for those of you who are performing tonight, please do put your pronouns and your IG handles in your boxes. And you know, we will do our very best to make sure that we pronounce you properly. And if we pronounce you improperly, please stop us, correct us. If you see us messing up your friends, you know, name, their government, let us know so we can get it right. We are not too egotistical here to learn or to correct ourselves, okay? If this is your jam, this is what you do. This is how you make your money. You've got something that you've got going on, an event, a PayPal link, a Venmo. Please do be prepared to put all of that in the chat. Most times you are creating a fan base here and people want to know how to support you. And we love to lift each other and also send each other to different spaces to find that safety in sharing. So please do that. And if you have technical issues, do not freak out. This is Zoomverse. We've been here for about 2 years now. Things happen. Just jump off. Jump back on, let me know you're back in the room and we will try to get you on. You can ask around, we usually make it happen. It's a non-competitive space. This is not a slam, although we do have slams and we will get to that a little bit later. This is just a place for you to share. And in order to do that from a vulnerable place, we have to make sure this is actually a safe space and that respect is the prevailing rule here. So if you hear anybody giving up some hateful content, being rude, saying wild things, mooning us, yes, we've been mooned before. Just let us know. And as we say, if they get too cute, we will what? Give them the boot. And by we, I mean our program manager in the background, advocate of words, is holding us down, usually also accompanied by RMT, who's not here tonight. He's supporting another one of our family members in Jersey, but they hold us down in the background and make sure that we are indeed safe in this space. A lot of things go into making these spaces safe for you and even possible, including donations. So we just have to take a second to pay our bills, okay? And give some special thanks to the folks who've given us donations to make this happen for you. So shout out to the National Endowment for the Arts, the New York State Council on the Arts, the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Amazon Literary Partnership, and the New York Community Trust. If you want to add your name to that list of donators, you can hit us up at theneweurekan.org/contribute or on Cash App, $New Eurekan Poets Cafe. All right, now we got all that business out the way. We are going to jump into this list, and I will be looking at the chat for anybody who did decide to slide into the Zoom DMs and let me know they want to get on the good luck round, okay? So if you develop the courage to do so later on in the evening, still shoot your shot. We might still have some space for you. In the meantime, in between time, we are going to get into the list. So the first person we have up is Jeff Cottrell and our friend, the beloved Pinky. just behind him on the couch. So, Jeff, I'm going to unmute you. Please let the folks know about this world tour that you got going on and let us know what you're going to share for the evening.
Great. So, next week I am leaving for the UK. I am touring with our Australian friends, Skylar Winter and Neshka Turner. We are going to head around England, take a detour to Paris, and then finish up in Northern Ireland. I'm gonna put that list in the chat later on in case you know somebody over there who'd love to come. But I've got some new shit right now, and this is called The Crucible, a Rebuttal. Okay, folks, I'm gonna say something here, and you're not gonna like it. But I've been hearing a lot of stupid bullshit around Salem lately, and it's time somebody stood up to it. So listen up, people. There is no witch hunt going on right now. There is no such thing as a witch hunt culture. Seriously, I mean, like, give me a break. All those people who say there's a witch hunt going on in Salem are just privileged and powerful people who are afraid of being held accountable for what they do and how it affects others. They're all just a bunch of pseudo-intellectual authoritarians who are so used to getting unquestioned support that if somebody challenges their behavior, calls them out in any way, they think it's some kind of violation of their freedoms. But you know what? Nobody owes you unqualified respect and tolerance, especially if your actions are harmful to the non-Satanists in your community. You know, actions like dancing or reading books too much or forgetting one of the 10 commandments when tested on them. I mean, duh. Just so you know, you can do what you want with your life, but other people don't have to put up with your crap or give you a platform for it. I mean, it doesn't shield you from criticism or consequences. If you get called out for being a witch, even put on trial and convicted for it, your rights and freedoms aren't being violated. It's just that other people in Salem think you're an asshole and they're showing you the door. Okay, sometimes it's a literal trapdoor under your feet through a scaffold, but you know what I mean. There is no witch hunt going on in Salem. I mean, do you people even know how stupid you sound? If there was a witch hunt going on, everybody who was called out for being a witch would be dead by now, but they're not. I mean, look at Sarah Good. She was called out and she's doing fine. Same with Goody Whore and Goody Bibber too. They're doing fine. If you confess what you did, admit your mistakes, and vow to change your behavior, you end up doing okay in the end. That's not a witch hunt culture. That's a culture of tolerance and forgiveness. I mean, come on. But what about Goody Nurse and John Proctor and the Coreys and the rest, you whine? And don't get me wrong, I'm not totally without empathy and stuff. I know it's probably not very nice to hang people for being a witch and all, but let's get real. You do witch stuff and you don't renounce it, you're kind of bringing it on yourself, aren't you? If you make us feel unsafe in Salem, of course we're going to resist. I mean, guys, who said your right to be a witch trumps our right to live in a witch-free zone? And dude, stop comparing us to a pitchfork mob. That's so stupid. What a stupid hyperbole. We're not a mob. We're just ordinary folks who are sick and tired of overprivileged assholes with bad manners. I mean, if you're the next one who gets called out, here's some advice. Instead of whining that mean old Salem's out to get you for your witch stuff, think about all the advantages you've had in life. All that land you own, or all the servants you oppress, or all the times people made poppets for you when you didn't even thank them. Then take a good, long, hard look in the mirror and say, hey, maybe I deserve this. And maybe it's time the less fortunate got their chance to shine in life, huh? See, that's all it takes. It's not a witch hunt. It's about fairness and equity. Good, I'm glad we've had this dialogue. Now that you understand better what's going on, I'm hoping you'll all come out to the hanging tomorrow morning. It's going to be a good one. They've got Marian Alice Parker and Goody Eastie and Goody Puditer and a bunch of others. I've got some flyers with the deets right here. Read the flyers, but that's it. Don't read any books. Don't be a Goody Corey. Reading books is violence. See you all tomorrow. Thank you. That was new shit. The Crucible, a Rebuttal.
Woo, please unmute yourselves and give Jeff some love.
Beautiful.
Wonderful,
Jeff.
Jeff, that was fucking
That was
fantastic.
beautiful.
Through that crucible. Way to set it off. Let's go.
Hanging around.
Okay.
Still relevant.
Okay, still relevant. Love that. We love how you turn the message on its head and make us think and make us laugh. We appreciate you and how you present yourself with your art. All right, please do find Jeff, follow him, look at that. Be inspired. He is doing a tour internationally. That's a big freaking deal. We are so proud to know you, Jeff. Please do check him out. If you know anybody over the pond, make sure they get involved. Okay. So the next person that's supposed to be up is our fireman, but he is not here. You know how he does. He's probably putting out some fires or starting them somewhere. So whenever he joins us, we will get to him. And in the meantime, we are going to move on to Mr. Tezazomo. So please be prepared to sway. Okay, because he's got that guitar out, and I am so ready for the jams. Okay, so please unmute yourself, Mr. Tezazomo. Let the folks know. Do you have anything coming up where they could find you and get into your stuff?
All right, thanks, sister. Folks can catch me on Instagram under Gaseous2019. I'm gonna jump into this piece. I'm an ordinary man, nothing special, nothing grand. I've had to work for everything I own. I never asked for a lot, I was happy with what I've got. Enough to keep my family and my home. Now they say that times are hard, and they've handed me my card. They say there's not the work to go around, and when the whistle blows, the gates will finally close. Tonight they're going to shut this factory down. They'll take it down. I never missed a day, nor went on strive for better pay. For 20 years I've served them best I could. Now with a handshake and a check, it seems it's easy forget. Loyalty to the bad times and through the good. The owner says, sad to see that things have got so bad. But the captains of industry won't let him lose. He still drives a car and smokes his cigar, and still takes his family on a cruise. He'll never lose. to me such a cruel an irony. He's sick, richer now than ever he was before. And now my check is spent, and I can't afford the rent. There's one law for rich and one for the poor. Every day I've tried to salvage some of my to find some work so I may pay my way. Oh, but everywhere I go, showers always snow. No work to
Yes, thank you for the soothing sounds of Mr. Tezazomo. Please unmute
you.
yourselves. You're welcome, and give him some love.
People own shows.
Nicely done.
My soul, my soul.
Nicely done.
Fireside talk to me.
Yes, I think somebody said my soul, my soul. Me too, me too. I was here with the sway. Appreciate you. I needed that. Now that all of our chakras are nicely aligned and we are lovely, feeling good, feeling warm, you know, just in time for Ed Foreman and his fiery poetry. So if you don't know, you know, this is what we call mommy daddy language that's about to be coming. So if you have little ones and, you know, you want to protect their innocence and you're going to have to do a little bit more than cover their ears, you're going to have to put them to bed for this particular artist, okay? So Eddie Fireman has joined us. Like I said, you know, we make it work. If something happens, you're not here, you jump off, you jump back on, we make sure we get a chance to experience you. So I've said enough. Be prepared for the spice and don't act like you haven't been warned, okay? Ed, please, I'm going to unmute you. Go ahead and do your thing. You know, don't hold anything back. Not that you would, but just giving you permission, okay? Go ahead, Ed.
I love it, love it, love it. Please come to my wonderful sister Ray Jane's workshop. Please, 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 please. I've set a link after my poem. Woo! All right, thank you for making me feel so wholesome. Ed Fireman's my name. Ecstasy is my game. I'm here to ignite your flame. I have new shit I'm going to spit. It's going to hit that will make your heart and loins split. So everyone's ready. So this is going to be spicy, enticing. This is called Seductive Cherry Blossom. Pleasurable touches slowly awaken your senses. Senses that awaken your passion within. The senses slowly lower our defenses. Your song slowly transcends over and over again. I'm enticed to your pink petals to slowly unfold and reach out to me. It felt juicy and moist to my bare touch. The blossom sprouts high, loose, and free. I'm prepared to rush while time slowly hush. Let me touch you lovingly. Let my finger waltz around your flesh. Fingers touching every aspect of texture cunningly. Slowly waltzing around your feet, legs, ass, stomach, and chest. I kiss you again, your naked kiss so burning and deep, inhaling the flames from inside your skin, tongues wrestling until your legs get weak, feeling the embers carelessly transcend. I pick you up, holding on to you like you were made from fragile glass. Slowly you make me your stump while I feel your curvy lumps, gliding to the melody of the breezing grass. Let me put you to bed. Let our bodies meet and greet. Let our minds get lost in the pink mist. Let our bodies melt in the darkened heat. Let's be in sexual bliss by a stimulating kiss. Let the silky sheets hide us away. Let them teleport us to a new stage of ecstasy. Let us gleefully play away underneath the moon's ray. Let our bodies play to test our intensity. Let me hear a melody. I want to hear your joyful sighs. I want to hear your body in complete harmony. I want to hear your passionate cries. Let me enter you. I want to feel you slowly, feeling absolutely. I want to howl at the milky moon. I want to ride smoothly and loosely inside my beauty. Let me ride your pink river. I want to drink the shiver flowing through our current. I want to ride until the tides go timber. Please let me feed my raging serpent. Let us feel the release. I want to feel the jolts of a billion ants. Let all the invigorating energy increase. Let us embrace the erotic chant. Let our heartbeats become one. Let the stars overflow inside our veins. Let make a huge midnight sun. Let's spread the eternal rain inside the seductive domain. The sunlight spread across the floor, bed full of water and sand, sleeping cores snoozing for more, body exhausted, but minds are off to dreamland. Thank you.
Ooh, okay, come on with the spice. I already told y'all. Please unmute yourselves and give Ed some love for that fire.
And
Wow, that was amazing.
Fantastic.
God made me feel fantastic.
always with the sexy.
Turn it up on them, boy. Keep turning it up.
Turn it up, melt us down, turn us up and melt us down, Ed. Thank you. We appreciate you for keeping us, entertained and warm in the space. All right. Please do follow Ed. Ed, please put your information in the chat. Someone said Ed Firetastic. I like that. Okay. That's going to be your name from now on, Ed, just so you know. Okay. So we are moving along, getting through the guaranteed list. If you are not on the guaranteed list, just a quick reminder, and you would like to share tonight, I think we might have some space for some extra peoples. So hit me up if you would like to be on the good luck round. And by hit me up, I mean in a private message, so I know that we can get you on. Okay. So we are going to move on to our next artist, some more tunes and some truth. Oh, and some lovely dimples. You know what I'm saying? We love Josie for the dimples. He's shaking his head, but we talk about you, Josie. Too bad. Okay. So please unmute yourself and let the folks know what you came to share.
Hey, Ray Jane. Coming through? So, I wrote this song 2 years ago, and it's time to sing it again. Vote if you love yourself. Vote if you love anyone else. It's time to make changes. Open up the cages. Vote, there's so much to lose. Vote, it's time for us to choose. Vote for the ages. Open up the cages. Free the children. Jail Donald Trump. We are all migrants traveling through time, hoping to build something kind. Vote for a woman's choice. Vote 'cause we need your voice. It's time to make changes. Open up the cages. you love this earth. Vote 'cause we all have worth. Vote for the ages. Open up the cages. Free the children. Jail Donald Trump. We are all migrants traveling through time, hoping to build something kind. Vote for your rainbow skin. Vote for your melanin. Vote for the ages. Open up the cages. Let the children play. It'll be a brighter day. Free the children. Jail Donald Trump.
Ooh, yes, Joski. Please unmute yourselves and give Joski some love.
Love
Yeah,
it.
Josie, vote, yeah.
So
beautiful.
Shame we're still having to sing that 2 years later, but
Feel that man for sure.
Oh, man.
everybody get out there and vote.
Appreciate you, Joski.
Get off your behinds. If you want something to change, act like you know you've got more power than you think, and your power requires action. Thank you, Joski, for reminding us what we already have in our hands, giving us a reason to sway, to think, to remember. Okay? Free the children and jail Donald Trump. Hell yeah. Okay, that's the whole thing right there. Bing bong, as they say in New York City. Thank you, Joski, for that. Always bringing us something to think about. And I'm fortunate that it's still so true 2 years later. But we're glad to have you to remind us, right? That's a beautiful thing. All right, we are going to move on from one truth teller to the next. Okay, Michael Schindler with the hair. Okay, in the words. So you guys pay attention. He's also going to be bigging up another very safe space for you to share and to be inspired. And I will let him have the opportunity to do so. Go ahead and unmute yourself, Michael. So good to see you in the space.
Oh, thank you so much, Ray Jane. I'm noticing I'm kind of freezing a little bit, so if something goes weird and you don't hear me right, let me know so I can just go ahead and turn off my camera. While I do still have my camera, I want to go ahead and put up here lighthousewriters.org, which is an incredible organization that I just really, really highly recommend everybody check out who cares anything about getting a little bit better about their craft and also finding community. There's a lot of free community oriented things that are really beautiful, and that's worldwide as well as local community here in Denver. And I did put in the chat a couple things I'm going to be doing, featuring in a couple of events coming up, Fire and Dust on the 13th, and part of the Gloucester Poetry Festival on Halloween, which should be a fun gig. Some of us here have been lucky enough to have been able to partake in Tumble Words workshops on Saturdays and get to know the wonderful Donna Snyder. And for anyone who isn't aware, Donna passed away in the early morning on past Saturday. And so I would just like to read this piece that I wrote for her, and it's called For Donna. There is what ends and what does not end. No dividing line between the two makes mirror twins of time and timeless. What is what was and what will be. All states flow and blend in harmony. Love layers deep, successive cushions over seed pod of pain. All lingers, all grows, all fades into eternity. Form and substance rearrange, flit from matter to mass, to being to ineffable. Air thickens into water, water rolls over hardened, sentient heart. Art ties souls together and never dies. And I just want to read one more real short one that I actually wrote when the great spiritual leader Thich Nhat Hanh passed away. But anyone who knows Donna knows she was just such an incredibly giving, creative person that what she did touched so many people. And this is called Let Love Pour Out for Tay. Light is not snuffed out when the soul leaves the body. All is as it was and will continue to be in the cycle of karma. In moments such as these, despite all we have been taught, our hearts still feel loss. It is, after all, human to let love pour out in tears. Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Ooh, let love pour out in tears. How beautiful. Please unmute yourselves and give Michael some love.
That was beautiful. Yeah, Michael.
Thank you for sharing that.
Indeed.
Powerful. Thank you for sharing.
So nice.
Wow,
May
wow.
you continue resting in peace.
It is.
Yes, we are standing with you in the great loss of losing Donna, another wonderful artist and teacher, right? Unselfish with her gifts, you know, taking time to not just be a performer, but to help other people hone their craft. So we certainly take a moment to respect the legacy of love she left behind. And we thank you for bringing her name into the space so that we could remember and honor her as she deserves. We thank you for that. Beautiful tribute, Zumkonto says, and we most certainly agree, right? We're all human beings and there's a beginning and there's an end, whatever the end may be, you know, maybe just to this physical life. But we're so glad that the spirit leaves gifts behind to remind us and immortalize us in the memories and gifts that other people have to share. So thank you for allowing us to share in her memory in this moment and for being here, right? Please do find Michael and go to these other spaces, right? We are not selfish here, right? We love to just keep you for ourselves because we love you, but we want you to grow. We want you to know that you can take your art everywhere, right? And share and touch other people and give other people permission to be themselves. So as people bring to your awareness these other places that you can go, don't be afraid, be brave. Many of these places we've all, or many of us have gone and survived the experience. So please don't be afraid, right? We're not gonna tell you to go anywhere where they're gonna tear you up, but only to lift you up, okay? All right, cool. So speaking of lifting up and energy, right? We're going to bring some energy back into the room, or at least a different kind of energy, because the energy never quite leaves, right? And we are going to bring that gusto in the way that only Gustav can bring it to us, coming from Florida, representing, recently here, collecting hugs and spreading his new shit and fire old shit. You know, we like all brand, all chronological order of the shit that you bring us. We love, okay? So I am going to unmute you so you can let the folks know where you are, where to expect you next, and what you got going on.
Okay, I've got 2 pieces. I'm gonna get right into it. This is called Busboys and Poets. This is for poets and busboys lost in this land of misfit toys, hungry, rabid, roaming the streets, seeking sustenance, living on beats, sharing wisdom learned the hard way to find the light of a brand new day, where love is seen as the highest reason, greed and tyranny recognized as treason, living in truth and bathing in beauty, our bond to one another the highest duty, living and doing as we will, every second a new thrill, peace and love our currency, in control of our own destiny, after so long waiting, finally free. This is my vision, I hope you can see. They may try to take power in this nation, but they can never own our imagination. This next piece is a cover of Brian Eno and Phil Manzanera's Miss Shapiro. All the peasants in the squares at their tables and their chairs set to salvage certain numbers from the wonder of the tundra, and the muses in the gloom counting needles in their rooms on the carpet in the corner in a kind of secret slumber where the information rain slashed the dirty window pane to the square. Smoky broads and smoky windows in the square. Come, come, charmer, come on over for the day. Disappearing cocoa forests flash and die. Fortunes crumble, all demolished in the bay. Over 40 pointed people in the perfect pointed steeple look to see the lucky number. Yes, the wonder of the tundra had come up to fame and fortune, singing his tune, my tune, your tune, wooing daughters of the gifted on the carpets of the courtrooms. While the tickets were expensive, the show was quite relentless in the square. Dalai Lama, Lama Puspa, Stella Maris, Miss Anobis, Miss a Dinner, Miss Shapiro, Shampoo's Pot Pot, Pinky's Pampered, movement hampered like at Christmas. Haha, isn't life a circus? Round in circles like the archers, always stiff or always starchy. Yes, it's happening and it's fattening, and it's all that we can get into the show. Thank you.
You better give us those word acrobatics, or you better do it, please. Unmute yourselves and give Gustav some gusto.
Oh, God.
The show, that's Gusta with a gusto.
Whoa.
The energy.
Hey, running around us with them words. I'm dizzy, but in the best way. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming and bringing that lovely work with you and keeping us really, keeping our energy up and inspired. Some love and some wordplay. I like it. Thank you, Gusto. Always a pleasure to see you in the space. With the gusto, please, again, if I haven't already said, for anybody who is not used to being in this space, this is a space for love, okay? If you're looking for somebody to tear you up, somebody to tell you your piece is, garbage, you can work on that a little bit more, we will give you some love and criticism if you ask for it. But otherwise, it's just going to be love, right? And encouragement. And if you don't hear it, please do check the chat, because it's in there. It's in there. Don't leave no love behind, right? Take it all with you, Gustav. That means you go ahead, read through the chat. Make sure you get all of that. Okay, somebody said, this makes me so happy. Okay, you're making people happy with your words. So you deserve to know that. All right. So from one happy maker to the next. Oh, please get your dictionaries out, get your thesaurus. Make sure you get yourself together, okay? Because we are about to bend your mind with the words, okay? Sometimes I get a little dramatic. That's all right, Joski, do your thing. If you can come back, we'd love to have you. If the world takes you, we already love you. We have already experienced you, and we are so grateful for the time you spent with us already. All right, so peace. All right, next person up is Messiah Pain. All right, we got to give you some drama to bring you in. Go ahead, unmute yourself. Let the folks know what you got.
Thanks, Ray Jane. I will put my information in the chat when I'm finished. I have two new poems. The first one is a reflection on panentheism, it's a form of belief that includes the nature of God as one with the universe or the cosmos. And it's really a reflection on how it would feel if I believed in God. And it's called Panentheism, a simple prayer. The search to alleviate the unspoken decrepitude from sin, marking my intramural richness, an osmosis of beauty itself, where God's value is myself, and lies still in his graces transcendent. God and I are one. Our journey for our indelible lucidity to make affluent the balance of spirit within and without. Causations of centered repose are effluent of our undeniable oneness. From a climate of barren acrimony, claims me from a place I thought remote to you. But now I stand enamored of a resurrection I feel closely, my new beginning in the darling breath of my approaching revelation. The I believed I knew now ascends from the bowels of preponderant degradation, where my heart begs a final question before the whisper of infinite disclosure of myself to ourself becomes the besotted cry rising to decimate my subjective disequilibrium. What am I to do now that I feel your appeal, a bond already set in my skin and blood? Now that I have left behind the ferocious silences of isolation, my soul more amorous, to revel in the presence of your circumferential acuity, from whence was lost everything. You are newly born within, communicating within me, a benefaction to deform the constraints of my broken solitude. With you, I leave behind the destitution of my dissipated grasp. With you, I meet the present as infinite stillness, amen, of simply being. With you, I stand transfixed of the world, my mortal hue, in your sententious grace, this palpable now, which is the maiden heaven, beseeching to be seen in her ether. The Gospel of Thomas says, the kingdom of the Father is spread upon the earth and men do not see it. And my perspective alters from within my recondite depths, and the mystery of your immanence becomes more apparent as inquiry. If you and I are one soul, how do I begin to surrender? Is my pain your pain? Is my joy your joy? Will my hidden self be yours to tell? And when my love is your love, will our self be the abundance of paradise, a universal soul, carrying the world between us lightly, all the universe, a sea of diamonds shared between us? All of us coming to the sanctuary of peace in our true, bitten self, truest unity, as serene as you are life itself, as loved as we are love itself. And this is the second poem. It's called Bathing in the Evening Light. Your body that guides the moonlight from the heavens to the surface of the mountains and onto the sea, in the night air caressing your luminous skin, from the parted lips and breath that endows this evening with its exquisite soul, as you stand perfectly uncorrupted by my inchoate desire, your smile tempting, yet dangerously suggesting the edge of the world, begs for a witness. As you bathe in the rivers of lucent charity, no goddess but you, as though you were not being watched, can commune and echo what no thought or knowledge can grasp, the unity of truest word, truest beauty. From afar, I whisper love, and there is justice for my soul. With the simplest touch, and only a gaze, will banish mortal acrimony. As you summon with your benign song, my being now pacified and newly bewitched. Her mortal guise seems the body of a mere woman, but her eyes are the immortal souls going to rest in the night, and her voice is heaven's ambrosia. Does she know she is divine? Does her song carry the wisdom of self-knowledge? Does it carry the knowledge of my being? I am absolute in her thrall. I can do nothing but dream, and of her, in her evening, taking my soul to its sanctuary, its rest. Thank you.
I don't know who you're talking about. But I know they feel good. Please unmute yourselves and give Messiah some love.
Beautiful word.
It
So
almost
amazing.
has a soupy feel to like ecstatic sense
Because
of
with Merlin,
Giving that love.
now we
Save
are
your
comedians.
words.
Okay, somebody said, give me that love. They're getting aggressive. Look what you got us doing. We grabbing for it. It's beautiful. I told y'all about them words now. He said, my being now pacified and newly bewitched. I hope somebody talk about me like that one day. I don't know, Messiah. That's beautiful. Thank you so much for bringing both of those pieces. They were excellent. We appreciate you and your gifts and choosing to be here to share them with us. We thank you for that. I know at least one or two of us is about to make you Cyrano for a little bit. One of them lines. I'm going to get me somebody with one of them lines. You watch. I'm going to use one of them this week. We appreciate you. Thank you for being here, Messiah. And please, again, check the chat. Don't leave any love behind because your people are with you and inspired by your words. And sometimes it's really nice to know what lines hit, as you're writing. You might think it's like, ooh, I really gave it to them. And they really connect with something else. So that's always an interesting part of the sharing. So please make sure you have a full experience of this sharing love space. So thank you again, Messiah. We're going to move on to our next artist, and that is Ike Waltz. And I'm going to ask you to unmute. Prepare yourselves, because it just gets better, okay? Please go ahead, do your thing.
The loose cannon, and I boom, boom on Zoom. I never was a company man, and my loyal colleagues were unable to help. I never was a community man, and my nosy neighbors never saw me cry. I never worked for anyone, but if I like you, I will work with you if I can. I am a loose cannon. Forever I was. My caliber unpredictable. My target, the heart of the matter. The damage, remarkable. The success, however, undeniable. The effect, outside the box, I have surrendered. Yes, sir. No, sir. In exchange for trust and respect. Blind authority, a far cry. I don't ask me why. Looking into the mirror, I meet my somebody I can relate to. Facing my anybody I can talk to. I have set free my own slavery. Boundless freedom incapable to comprehend. What if? And that revealing DNA, experience throttle, worships simple beauty on an arrogant scale. Spiritualism like a fairy tale. Yes, I polish every component of my canon. I seek perfection. I hate the deception of imperfection and love the destruction of hatred I find in your soul. Ego, so very greedy, just observe. The day that woke my dawn, the day that sleeps my dusk, in between holding a treasure of light in my hands that touched bountiful flower love. Time is that forever mine. I never was a lover's boy. I am that loose cannon, where dreams are the only joy. Love may be the cruelest thing when it dies on its passionate getaway. Nothing left to kiss. So they say, I never was that romantic man. I slurp spaghetti, long, soggy, dripping olive oil, cooked with garlic-laced graffiti, served in a bed on top of that naked body that looks like mine. I create my own masterpiece. Check my website. It's called Sculpiti. I am that loose cannon of my mind. What it sees, I can destroy. It is to be in search for the better, finding me. There is no mercy. No subject shows pity. Jean Cocteau taught me the importance of the line. And if you have time, give me a hand, line me up, so I can shoot ice cold into my fractured hope. Like a loose cannon, I always remember I may be of foreign tongue. I just sound like that lonely, entertaining one-man band. P.S. It is so hard to walk away from treasured memories. Europe to me is like having a life inside that devastating violin, which only beauty and hate can play. America to me is like listening to that fractured soul, complexity I'm longing to make sense of, yet searching question, changing me painfully slowly. And so my destructive memory is targeting this open might, a destiny tamed by the sound of a loose cannon, roaring day into night with that zoom busting zoom, boom, boom, boom. Where's the money, they say? Where's your love, I ask, when the old ones getting not wiser, just older. The boom zoom generation is sounding not younger, but only louder. Good. Got legalized corruption in your vein? Opinionated hypocrisy, the new, same, old same. No, honey, there is no gain. Has the tyrant infiltrated my mind? Is this okay? Are you okay? Are you ready to vote? Thank you.
No, thank you, Ike. That was wonderful. Please unmute yourselves and give Ike some love.
Yes,
That's fantastic.
Ike, yeah.
Listening to it. Cello concerto or something.
Let's go. Ike. Come on.
Wonderful work, as always. Wonderful work. So Alexandra, we have in the room with us, is hailing all the way from Greece, where it is an insanely terrible time of day. So I'm going to move you up a little bit, not just yet. I have to wait for Advocate to get back in the room so that you can be allowed to share screen. So I need you to be a little patient with us for a little bit more, but I did hear your request and we will move you around so that we get the chance to experience you and appreciate that you are jumping in from across the waters to be with us, okay? So I did hear your request and we will get you on, all right? In the meantime, while we are awaiting our producer to rejoin us, we are going to jump to our next artist, Burn Bridges. Hopefully you all will get to experience that magic, and please pay attention to the background because there's usually something very fun for us to also experience. Please unmute yourself, let the folks know who you are if you please, and get into your piece.
Hi everyone.
Hey.
I'm gonna do a cover today. It is, I think it's working. Is everything working? Yeah, I think everything's working. I've been recording and so not really writing right now. I'm listening to a lot of other people's music. And this is an existing songwriter right now. A friend of mine who I met through Journeys, who I just been listening to this song a lot. And this morning I just had to learn it, so I learned it, and so I play it for you all. So I'll give you their information so you can find them at the end, as well as mine. If you like the song, you should check out. They have a very exhaustive discography. It's yeah. So this is Charlie Watts by Brooke Pridemore. Have you ever really listened to the studio musicians on You Can't Always Get What You Want? How the drums keep clicking but they never find the rhythm. Dude, it wasn't even Charlie Watts. Well, all of my life I felt like that, how I never really hit the groove. they're lying when they tell you it's a short life you're living. It's the longest thing you'll ever do. I had this dream that I was sleeping on a boy in a bikini who was everything good for my health. He said my plants keep growing and the season starts showing. I'm just trying to become myself. And all of my love goes out to him. All of my love goes out to him and anybody who would seek the truth. Our hearts keep yearning, my people learning. This is the longest thing that we will do. And he said he wanted to be scattered there. So when you two were gone, we both obliged. We took an epic trip to the north, tried to drop you off at the shore. They said, hey, that's illegal, but we don't know why. So we tried to double down on our time. But the water wanted to take you there. It's like you were determined to stay. Even at the edge of everlasting light, it's like you always had to be right. If you never stop fighting your liver grease lightning, you'll end up exactly alone. Not the first, if the latter, you'll become a Mick Jagger if you're doling up a Brian Jones. And all of my love goes out to you, you insufferable, insipid kid. When it's down to the letter, you should have done better. It's the longest thing that you did. And all of my life, I felt just like the Harlem Shuffle to your Susie Q. You should have done better. When it's down to the letter, it's the longest thing that you'll ever do.
Woo! We love artists, lifting artists. Please put your speakers on and give them some give.
Yeah,
That was badass.
yeah, give the
Nice.
love.
It was really cool. I love the background too. It's amazing.
Definitely how you burn it
Don't do
up.
that background.
Don't end up with Brian Jones.
We love it. Thank you, Burn, for taking some time to give some love to somebody else. That is so thoughtful of you. Please do check out who is being talked about here. Brooke's album. I was just looking to see, make sure I was getting that right. Brooke Pridemore. That's dope. So I know that you guys will notice every now and then a little piece of my camera just easing into my Zoom screen. That's because I'm usually taking a little snippet of what you are presenting, so we can show the whole world how dope you are in little snips, and make sure that you get the love that you get from everybody, or as many people as possible. Everybody doesn't follow me, so keep your expectations reasonable, but still I like to give you even more of a platform if I can. Certainly that's what we do up in here, right? We lift each other. That's what we do. So we appreciate you, Burn Bridges, for giving us a little something to jam to and somebody else to follow. That's pretty dope. As we promised, Alexandra, since Advocate of Words is back with us doing his thing, we are going to have you on. I hope that you're still awake, that we didn't lose you. Okay, to the sleep monsters. I am going to ask you to unmute. He is going to give you some host privileges and you will be allowed to share screen.
Okay, thank you. Can't share the screen yet.
You should be good to go now.
Okay, thank you. Flying 10 from the Flying series. Can you see the graphics going by? Okay.
Yes, we can see them. Go ahead.
My flying is my prayer. My flying is my soul's psalm. Mellifluous prayer, mellifluous flying. Striving to synthesize beautiful symphonies. Sometimes in a discordant labyrinth. Sometimes in a blissful cadence. Sometimes in clashing thunder without solidarity or resonating melody. Sometimes in harmonic raindrops like divine notes, quenching our hearts' thirst, connecting, rising into a new cycle of incarnation. My flying is my ode. My flying is my soul's lyrics. Pioneering ode, pioneering flying. Pollinating my thoughts with the nectar of imagination. Sometimes in dignified humility. Sometimes in illuminating speech. Sometimes in the remaining few upholding their ideas, albeit unprotected and betrayed. Sometimes in a united consciousness bursting into a grid of light. Inspiring, rising into a thrilling creation. My flying is my dance. My flying is my soul swirling. Orbiting dance, orbiting flying. Coalescing, protecting from dark entities. Sometimes in merciless defeat. Sometimes in rays of jubilation. Sometimes in the crashing sea waves, battering and victimizing with mortal selfishness. Sometimes in the lapping sea waves, smoothing over the roughness, releasing our sweetness. Initiating, rising into a rewarding metamorphosis. My flying is my apocalypse. My flying is my soul's ambrosia. Deifying apocalypse, deifying flying. Freeing, joining my spirit with skies of art. Sometimes in expressionless disillusion. Sometimes in mystic truth. Sometimes in a dark cave, the gravity of darkness weighing us down. Sometimes in the golden dawn, a phoenix soaring, never touching ground. Outshining, rising into rejuvenating catharsis. Our flying is our utopia. Our flying is our heaven on earth. Crystalline utopia, crystalline flying. Thank you very much.
Wow, I am so happy that we got a chance to get you on. Thank you for hanging in there with us and choosing to share. Please unmute yourselves and give
Yes.
her love.
So
That was
good.
beautiful.
That was
Never get so
beautiful.
Alexandra, it is
never get so
always such an amazing gift to hear your work.
Thank
You're
you.
such
Thank
an incredible
Fantasia.
artist.
Wow.
Beautiful.
So many wows, so many wows, so many beautiful lines. Your reading, the timbre of your voice, everything. The entire thing was gorgeous. And the artwork, of course, just to give us something to put the words behind. We love that united consciousness bursting into a grid of light. If that's not talking about this space, I don't know what is. Thank you so much for being here. Please do get some rest. Thank you for staying up with us. We appreciate you. International boo, we everywhere. I love it. I love it. And please know that you are more than welcome to return to us with all of that gorgeous work. We appreciate you. All right, we are glad, and I'm so happy that we are starting to allow people to share screen, because wow, how much we would miss if we didn't, right? Wonderful. All right, the next person up is Elaine Hill. Yup, yes, you are up. Okay. I'm gonna unmute you and let the folks know what you got going on. Where can we find you? And of course, you can get into your piece. Go ahead.
Well, hey, I didn't know I was next. Hi, I'm Elaine. You can find me IG, I'll drop everything in there. Facebook, that's basically where I am. I have a website, but it's still like in process. I'm gonna read an older one and then get into a new one, like new, like it might not be done because I just wrote it like a minute ago. So this one is not that new. Right now it's called Cumberland Gap to Johnson City. You guys may know the song. You're going to hear that in here. Billboards stream like streetlights, a blinking installment. Word, image, a splash of color across irises, tissue paper moon, holds dogwood flowers in bouquet, open road, so hungry, so full of Scrabble letters, tickets, strawberry sonic shakes. I drove halfway across the country for love, only to meet a family walking barefoot in the box store because pastor's son. Met my joy after everyone had gone to sleep. Neither of us could speak. Each question froze with words we could not say between us. The freedom I had felt and was asking if he held it or if it had just dissipated, wondering where joy goes after it is spent. Is it recycled? Is it generated by dancing? When we laughed and spun, I felt it tingle so young, I could not grasp it. Pray to God, I see headlights like a mirror. Who we meet at the end of the road is our own eyes unblinking into another's. Journey so far from home to find that cavern inside rib cage. At least if I keep driving, I will die free. And so here's the new one. The prompt was conduct an interview with gravity. I want to know why you push me down so hard. Wait, let me thank you for creeping in to join me again. I mean, still, we have a relationship, even if you do seem a little pushy sometimes. I suppose it's nice to have my feet on the ground, mostly. Do you ever get tired of your job, always pushing people down, reminding people of their limits, holding reminders over the heads of every damn one about their limitations? It might be an easier interview if I could play nice and stop accusing you, but I'm feeling the pressure. See, us always wanting to fly and your limits keeping people pinned to their steps, one in front of the other. Do you have any weaknesses? Like getting up too high or affinities for other planets where you don't belong? If you go to a planet, where would you go? I'd imagine weightlessness is only a figment of imagination to you. I know we all have dreams. What are yours? Do they ever not involve the pressing details of life? What is there in your world other than the constraints? I want to know if love is related to gravity, what with the fall, and why? Why the fall got to be so long? Why the fall got to be so hard? Who do you love? Do they love you back? If not, how do you weep for what you have lost? Or do you just keep on holding everyone else back on the planet? Is that your trauma reaction, taking out the weight on everyone else so you can go floating above all of our heads? Does life ever weigh you down? How do you cope with the never-ending pressure? Is there any returning, any reverse of you when love surrenders to your inevitability?
Ooh, come on, new shit. Holding us down with that one, with that gravity. Okay, please unmute yourselves and give me lanes of love.
All right, that was great.
Talk to gravity.
Wow, that was heavy.
Heavy. Dope.
I loved it. Nice.
Yes, thank you for saying all the things to gravity that, you know, some of us been wanting to say. I've been wanting to get in gravity's ass for a while now, okay? Because it's ridiculous. We appreciate you, and I love that. That's such a great spin on that conversation. Thank you. Definitely, if you do add some more to it, bring it back to us. We want to see how it grows, how it changes, right? Because the art is always evolving. So we love your evolution and your new ideas. And you just wrote that? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. No big deal. Okay. See? Inspirational. That's what we're talking about. We're going to keep you up. All right. Let me give a shout out and a deep sorry to the admirable one. I did not know that you were also known as Cynthia Garcia. Y'all be, you know, y'all mixing me up. I didn't know. My bad. But we definitely rectify with the quickness. Okay. So you will certainly be up. And as of right now, we are going to get to experience you. So I'm going to be quiet and unmute you and let you tell the folks what you got going on, where can they find you, and what you have to share.
Hi, everybody. So Cynthia Garcia is my real name, but I go by the admirable one anytime I, go up to the mic. Last week was a really crazy week with Hurricane Ian. I was in Fort Myers in my one little apartment, just experiencing all of the crazy noise that you hear when you are under hurricane anxiety. But we survived. There's a lot of stuff going on in the community. Unfortunately, it's just information overload right now. But definitely look up the city of Fort Myers. They have a lot of different ways on how you can help, just help with anything, donations, spread the word, all that stuff. So I missed you guys last week, all that to say. So I'm very excited to be here. And I want to do two pieces. I'm going to do one by memory and then one reading one. So I'm just going to do the one I'm going to read off first. Okay. This one's called Purpose to Live. She looked at herself in the mirror and questioned the person she was looking at. She interrogated her as if she was on the most wanted list, like if she was a fugitive of a serious crime. She thought of so many times of how she would pass by this person and couldn't even bear to speak the truth to her. Her heart was broken. Every day she felt disgusted with her own image. She wanted to fall in love with her again, but her lack of respect wouldn't allow her to do that. Having the memory play in her head time and time again wouldn't allow her to continue being secured with herself, and continuing to love herself was not an option anymore. She was deteriorating to a person that wasn't even reflecting on her outside. Her thoughts were unbearable. Speaking about it would cause her to hurt more. Sharing her pain and secrets felt like she was less of a person. She spoke to God, and all he kept sending her were angels she couldn't even recognize. She was blind, wounded. She was scared. To the extent that her wings wouldn't even work anymore. She felt tired. She has given up on everything, but God wouldn't let her go. He never saw her less of nothing. All he could see was her heart. And even though it was scarred, broken, and tainted, all he saw was the deeper level that she lost sight of. He hacked into her memories and replayed them into her dreams. He had no other choice. He was starting to feel her pain. He reminded her of the person he built originally. He consistently inputted the words, "You are beautiful," like one of those advertisements that you will scroll across the screen. Every playback will show her her talent, her happiness, her most powerful moments where she felt like she could conquer the world. Everything God has saved was played back. All that all that was seen was smiles, laughter, and a beautiful angel with remarkable, perfect working wings. As she's dreaming, she was smiling. As she smiled, she uttered the words, "Thank you," in her sleep. As she inhaled and exhaled her last breath, she was able to remember who she was and was able to move forward to the next chapter with soothing transitional thoughts. To the world, she meant everything. To herself, she was nothing. To God, she was a treasure, and nothing can top that. Moral of the story, don't let your insecurities drown your abilities of recognizing how wonderful you are. If you do forget, ask someone. And if you don't believe them, ask God to replay your wonderful memories when you once hit greatness and you put it on replay to have a constant reminder that you have a purpose for this world. Okay, so that was my written one. All right, this other one is called Universal Chemistry Vibe. It's one of my very favorite pieces. So here you go. Make use of me. Give me all your energy. Don't defeat me, just release me. Make me see the light that shines through and take out the darkness that has come within me. Liberate me from my selfish ways. Have me indulge in the purest of pure mental, emotional thoughts. Keep my heart whole and seal it so that way it doesn't get broken anymore. I'm in need of you. Lust. Lust isn't anything but a word, baby. When we connect, it affects more than just the world, and I don't regret. Before this, I didn't even feel anything anymore because my mind and my heart was so abused by these enabling boys. Man, oh man, my mind is captivated. Sensuality isn't the key, it's more like chemistry. So tell me, do you love me? Enlighten me. Draw me with creativity, I am your canvas. So paint me with vivid colors and reality, snap me back into life and let me explore thee. Make use of me. I want you to see what I see when I look at you, baby. You aren't on a pedestal, you are so much higher than that. So crave me, taste me, process this emotion that I'm transmitting. This is stronger than us. It's just too far out there in the universe to even reach, but I can promise you that when I'm with you, baby, I feel every single thing. And that's my time, y'all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for both of those pieces. Please unmute yourself and give the admirable one, aka Cynthia Garcia, some love.
Go.
Nicely done. Very good. All of it.
Oh.
Thank you so much for that. We are so happy that you are safe. And that you're able to return to us. We are giving love and prayers to everyone who is recovering from the devastation that Ian brought with them, both in Florida and also not forgetting the folks out in Puerto Rico who sometimes get overlooked when things happen on the mainland. So we appreciate you for returning to us while you're dealing with all that you're already dealing with. And you know you have a safe space here to be your best poetic self. Okay, thank you. All right, Bill Elkins, you are up. All right, bring us some jams. We're ready. Okay.
Hi, Ray Jane. How are you? Good to see you again. Hello, everybody. Greetings from Long Beach. Anyway, I'd like to do an original. I've probably done it before a couple times. It's called My Lady from Manila. I hope you like it. My lady from Manila enraptures me. Her poise, laughter, and style would transfix anyone as they did me. A nurse by profession, she's my Florence Nightingale. She's my lover and best friend, you see. She stands by me through all circumstances thick and thin, but will call me out when she thinks best. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. A classical music aficionado. My lady from Manila turned me on to Mahler's symphony. I share my love for opera, taking her to Twisted and the Zodiac Convent Garden. Our mutual passion for music deeply connects us to each other and to the world around us as a whole. We celebrate this passion wherever we may go, be it LA, Chicago, Paris, or Berlin. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Keenly perceptive, forthright and true. My lady from Manila, she gleans the wheat from the chaff. She's my lighthouse in my harbor. She guides me through disillusion as we live for ourselves. She challenges my thinking, helps me see things as they are, not as I always deem them to be. My lady's name is Rosita, and we're a match made here on earth. She's my inspiration for living each and every day. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Thank you.
Yes, Bill from California, giving us a reason to sway. Please unmute yourselves.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you, buddy.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
That was beautiful. Thank you for
Thank
putting
you
us
so
on.
Okay, hear you now.
There
Thank
we
you.
go. You're welcome. Thank you, Bill. We're all swaying. We're busy swaying. We're just swaying, you know, with the tunes, with the jams. Thank you for bringing us a reason to have some music in the room. We love all you artists, you musicians who are joining us with your gifts. We appreciate you. All right. For a second, I'm going to share screen before we jump back into the list and get back to all this goodness. So I can just let you know, I'm upgrading my stuff a little bit at a time, okay? Let you guys know what we got going at the new yo from day to day, okay? There is something happening just about every day of the week. And so on Mondays, if Thursday's not your day, and you said Monday after work, it works better for you, we have the Monday night online open mic that is hosted by none other by the advocate of words, who's also holding us down in the background. This is just a picture. I've been stealing everybody's graphics so you guys can see. Okay, so that happens at 8 p.m. Eastern. The last one was October 3rd, and the difference between the Monday night and the Thursday night, we like to call the Monday night the circus. It is usually a themed open mic. So if you want a little bit of inspiration, something to write to, please do come out. As you can see, we got a lot of great themes coming up for the folks. If you prefer to be in person at the New Yo on Monday nights, they have an open mic on Monday night at 8 p.m. in person. And that is hosted by Soul. As you can see there, you know, he's on the mic himself. So if you are in the New York City tri-state area and you would like to come to the New Yo itself on Monday night, come through. The poetry is live and in effect. On Wednesdays, particularly the first Wednesday of the month, is for our ladies, our women orators in particular. This night is hosted by Destiny Poet, and that also features, you know, the ladies giving us a platform to speak for ourselves. And so many people think they can speak for us, and they're wrong. Okay, so if you are a woman or someone who identifies as such, please do come out. There is space for you on Wednesday nights. And while our space is a non-competitive space on Thursdays, if you happen to be in person on Wednesdays, you can catch Advocate of Words hosting the Wednesday night poetry slam. So if you want to, you know, sharpen your skills a little bit on the performance side, there's an opportunity for you again every day of the week. And then on Fridays, if you haven't had enough and you want some more of that slam action for those folks who make it through on Wednesday night, Jive Poetic is the host of the Friday night slam. So again, if you are in New York City and you want to feel that New Yorican atmosphere around your shoulders as you present your best, please do come out on Friday nights. Again, all of these events can be found at theneweurekan.org, particularly any special events that we have. One coming up on Saturday, October 8th at 3 p.m., where we are sharing stories of the man who made it possible for these spaces, Miguel Algarin, okay, who built the house that we are now expanding into the Zoomverse with. So please come out. And if that's a little too early for you and you say, you know, I am one of those freaks and I like to come out at nighttime, okay? Oh, I see your eyebrows, Schindler. I know, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Okay. Advocate of Words hosts the hybrid open mic on the second Saturday of every month. And you can come out and hear poets in person, and half of the poets are online. Okay, so that is usually opening the doors at 6:30 p.m. and the show starts at 7. And we encourage you to stick around because the crazy continues into the evening with some karaoke. So if that's your thing and you want a chance to sing wildly and a little drunkenly with friends, please do come out on the second Saturday of every month. That is hosted by our beloved Paul Conqueso. As you can see, we get crazy, we get a little wild, we get a little loud. So we allow you to be yourself, and you can see the whole family gets involved. Okay, so Saturday is going down, and it's usually themed, or we're starting to do some themes. So this Saturday's theme is character and costume party, just in time for Halloween. And like I said, every single day of the week, right? So what's the last day? That's Sunday, just in case you haven't looked at your calendar in a while, or you losing track of time like me, okay? Let's write a book of poems. So if you have always wanted to write a book of poems and you didn't know where to start, you wanted a little bit of guidance, Advocate of Words, like I said, he's doing it all. Our program manager is hosting an online workshop. If you are in person, you can come out to the cafes from 6 to 8 p.m. on Sundays for a minimal cost, or online if you're feeling a little lazy and you prefer to keep your pajamas on while you're learning. Please do come out. Like I said, every day of the week, we got a little something for you, and we hope to see you. All right, we're jumping back into the list with none other than Christy Scribbles. Please get yourselves together because it's about to go down, okay? Please unmute yourself, Christy. Go ahead and let the folks know what's up.
Hello, excited to be back with all of you. I am the Poetry Alchemist. Find me on Instagram. I have a book there if you're interested. This poem I'm reading tonight has been, like the piece of popcorn stuck in your teeth that you knew had to come out, but I was avoiding it. And then I had poetry picked out for tonight, and then it's like, nope, you're gonna write me and fucking say me. So here we go. I pull the knife back and forth. I pull the knife back and forth. No, not I, them, just them, not me, but me. Because we women, all women, and those that identify as such, we must stand united. They have always divided us by the history that they told and tell and sell, the buy and sell of the big lie that Mary wasn't Jesus's go-to guy, that divine eye of the feminine wasn't a part of the anything, didn't give birth to the everything. So the imbalance brings us into the heaviness that we feel. And so we must stand up together in the fight for the right to just exist how we want to, and live how we want to, and look how we want to, and express how we want to. So in these moments of women, of girls cutting hair and standing and fighting, we must all stand. We must all fight and bleed and push and not back down to the ground where the secrets are found inside the horrors of the lies. And the women realize the lies of the way, of the deny of it all, and the why. Why it never made any fucking sense, because the imbalance was lost, the divine feminine, the cost of our intuition, of our tenacity, of our gentleness, and badassery, and the flowing and the knowing of the pain of the cycles in the birth. Where is the worth? Who wore the curse of the crown of the lies of the systems that deny so many a chance at life? We must stand and fight. We must pull out the knife and cut and bleed and stand and fight. All women must unite. All women must unite. Thank you.
Hell yeah, Christy Scribbles. Yes, please unmute yourselves and give us some love.
Yes,
That was
Christy.
yes.
All right.
Shit, tell him, Scribbles. Tell him.
Yeah, Christy, right on.
Blowing it
right
up.
on.
We
Yes.
must.
We are glad that you listened to that voice and you let that poetry guide you so you can empower and lift the rest of us. A must. The withdrawing put into the chat so we know with emphasis, okay, with the gusto, as we know, okay. From one powerful woman to the next, Emily Cordes, you are up. Please unmute yourself, do your thing.
Hello. Hey Ray. Hi everybody. It's lovely to be here with everybody. So I've got some new shit here. This one I wrote for a friend who is a musician and a body worker who's had a very big impact on my life. It's called Abrazado. Angel's trumpet, shaman's hands, eleva mi cuerpo, call my spirit home again. Your reveille awakens me each morning, each rising sun a portal to rebirth, reminding me that peace begins within us. Y con el fe y con la gracia juntos, construimos un cielito here on earth. Your agua de estrellas, a repeated incantation, played on a loop to calm mi corazón, or the bass-pounding heartbeats of your dance sets, reverb so deep it feels like they're my own. Ecstatic communion spread out across the planet. From the jungles to the mountains, chosen families converge. The music is the medicine, bonds formed in sweat and ecstasy. 1,000 bodies rising, voices merge. We learn to trust, en este largo caminar, that when we walk together, sé que vamos a llegar. Each year, Your hands and songs return to hold me. New meanings and new dawns with every turn. A force moves across my skin like water soothing, earth to ground me, a balm for every large and tiny burn. Celebrations at each apex, benedictions before battle, unwinding muscles coiled with cold or hardened for defense. Winged heels in constant motion, calves spasm pinched and tense. An urban pollinator seeding blossoms in cement. My place is here, yours soaring round the planet. Un cóndor siempre pasando, keeping pace throughout the seasons, gifting us the beat and the joy of simply being, without mandate or apology, our only task to inhale and receive. Give my small hands the fire of los ancestros, the strength to hold my people high and send them off with love. I'll lift my candle, raise my cup in darkness that surrounds us, dance when I'm cracked wide open in the freedom and the blood. Strip bandages like 7 veils, unpeeling every layer. Glide in on blistered feet in reverent grace. Palms opened ever outward, lifted up to greet the heavens, to bestow and to implore and to embrace. The hands through which we pass flow like the rivers of our lives, de los que nos dan a la luz, to those that shut our eyes. And if the spirit moving us can pass between los manos, I'll be forever blessed to pass entre tuyos, hermano. So may our souls keep dancing in the ether, on the floor, the touch, the key to open every door. Thank you.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Please unmute yourselves and give Emily some love.
Oh,
So beautiful.
powerful. Wow. The words that you're using, the images. Wow.
Yeah, spectacular.
Wow.
Bringing all the
Yes.
language, all of it, all of it. Appreciate you.
I think you just blew Michael Sandler's face off. He just went like this. So I think that means my face is across the room. So thank you for bringing us that bombastic poetry. We appreciate you. Please put your information in the chat so the folks know where they can find you. We appreciate you taking time to be here with us. As you know, you're always welcome. All right, Tab the Poet. Let me find you because you are next. If you are here, there you go. Hey, Tab, I'm asking you to unmute. Go on, do your thing, please.
Hey, Ray. Hey, Ray J. Sorry, thank you for the patience. My phone is acting a little funny. I missed you guys. I'm gonna spit some old shit because I found that I just be writing shit and then leaving it in the phone too. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. First stanza is by Emily Dickinson, and we're gonna pull that bitch up right now. I can grieve whole pools of it. I'm used to that. But the least push of joy has fallen beside me. Its curved side has lifted caution, and here I am holding signs of my own destruction. I can grieve at the sight of noise. I'm used to that. Or at the grave of its absence. Both here nor there shall you find me, wandering about in the field. He reaches through a vase. I have watered not. A painted illusion pushed the tongue of silence. And we walk this place without a part, making poems out of all the broken pieces. And peace. It was a quickie, but I'm glad to be here. I missed you guys so much.
You know we like a good quickie girl. We appreciate you. Okay, please unmute yourself. Give Tab some love.
Woo!
Yes, Tab.
Come through with that heat, Tab. Let's go.
Making poems out of its broken pieces.
Oh?
Hey.
Yeah, it's a nice
Looking
quick.
beautiful, by the way. Just, on a whim. No big deal. Gorgeous on the go. No big deal. All right. Next person. We're going to make our way through this list. I'm trying to get y'all on, okay? It's Catman Bill. Please unmute yourself and go ahead.
Good evening. So my only goal tonight is to try to make you guys laugh because it's on the lighter side. As some of you may know, I have my hairball out again. The hairball has been in hibernation for quite a few months, but my hairball is a combination of hair shaved from various parts of my body. And why do I, mention that? It's because I'm hairy. I'm hairy all over except where I should be, and and I only do my own people, and I'm about to do my own people right now. And I'm a cross between an Italian and a Jew and a Catholic, believe it or not. And so what happens, don't kidding, what happens when you cross an Italian and a Jew? Well, you get a short, stubby baboon, ball-headed baboon with a yarmulke on top. I don't see anybody laughing. Okay, so I'm going to get into my song, and it's a love song to my ball. And by the way, this hairball, every part of my body went into composing this hairball, and you can use your imagination, but I won't get graphic. Come with me, my love, to the sea of love. I want to tell you how much I love you. Do you remember when we met? That's the day I knew you were my pet. I want to tell you how much I love you. Come with me to the sea of love. Come with me, my love, to the sea of love. I want to tell you how much I love you. Do you remember when we met? That's the day I knew you were my pet. I want to tell you how much I love you. Where did my hairball go?
Oh my
Thank you.
Lord. It ran away. I think it ran away. Please unmute yourself. Thank you, Catman Bill, for bringing us some laughs.
Ooh, Catman.
Hey, Catman.
Way to go, Catman.
That's
I
how
love you,
bring it,
Catman.
Always
Mixture of humor and music.
That's
Really.
right.
And that,
We love it. Humor and music is a great combination. Thank you. Oh, yes. Make sure you got to balance it if you're going to put it up there, man. You got to balance it. We appreciate you for being yourself in this space. We invite you and everything that makes you you, including your hairs, apparently. Okay. Next person up, we are jumping back over the seas to our brother in India, Umesh. Please unmute yourself. Let the folks know about your open mic so they can get some of that international love as well. And go ahead and share your word.
Hey Regin, hello everyone. Nice to be here as always. I am Unmesh Mohitkar on Facebook and Instagram. I've got an open mic. Let's Unmesh live every Saturday, 11:30 a.m. New York time. Okay, and we are organizing a hybrid open mic at a college So I will be inviting quite a few of you, and you all are welcome. There will be open mic as well. So we will have that. A lot of poets will be performing. It's a college, and a lot of students will be performing as well. So that is planned on 5th of next month. So I will let you know the details. Excellent. Let's go to the poem. Here we go. Lucky to have a window which shows different colors of green. Greenery occupying every inch of vision. Few houses with blue tops, walls dirty white, open space adjacent to the houses, green grass, black muddy puddles. Few trucks standing there. Electric wires, boundary walls, everything reminding of a village setting in the middle of the city. Looking at the room, things scattered all over. Different chords of music, yet to fall in love to become a song. The beautiful balcony of the home, which looks so distant now. Time like a hanging, burning rope, always in a hurry, creating multiple black holes in the space of the home. Far away, the dark silhouette of majestic mountains, reminding at the back of the beauty there can be a never experienced darkness. Life dancing in constant, uncontrolled motion like a cat on a hot tin roof. Scared to love, scared of being loved, leaving open doors, knocking closed doors, fell in love, left with broken bones, stolen home. Broken strings of fading music, broken arrows nesting on the chest, still remembering the numbing pain, struggling to mend the broken pieces of the porcelain cup with a picture of a heart in red. Still remember the ecstasy of love, agony of dry leaves falling from the tree branches, dying, ignored, connectionless with the tree. Why the heart has to be red? Why the heart has to be red? Why it cannot be green, yellow, or black? Why do these colors speak when the words are confused, empty, and meaningless? Every night of breaking into pieces, glorious morning do come with a soft, cool breeze, greenery infusing life in him to mend the broken cup with a red heart. Broken cup with a red heart. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Unmesh. Please unmute yourselves and give him some love.
Unmesh,
Yeah, that's
beautiful.
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 Oh,
That's
gorgeous.
Well done,
Beautiful.
man. Well done.
Beautiful.
Way to go.
So beautiful.
Oh,
All right, thank you for that. And please do find him so you can get in on the action across the seas. Okay, so we have made it to our good luck round. As you can see, we are running out of time, folks. So for those of you who are on the good luck round, please choose shorter pieces so we can try to get as many of you on. That's right, you see Michael Schindler is showing you what a short piece looks like. Okay, so please do. I want to see if we can hear all of your voices. All right, so Aliyah, you are up first. Go ahead, do your thing.
Hey everybody. This is a short piece, so I'm just gonna get started. I'm always the watcher. I think that's by default though. Someday I'll make it out of this hole and explore whole new worlds where I'll mend the broken holes of my sword. I'm walking on air. Is that okay? To float on a boat so high where it's just you and I. I wish I could understand the plot of my story. I think my heart is severed now. I'll make a compartment so hollow it can drown in love. Suspended, I'm always going to be mended. Here is where I stay open-ended, never hesitant. I'll make a tent of joy, and oh boy, we can explore the confounds of our minds and get lost in wanderlust for a while. Thank you.
Ooh, yes, we love it, short and sweet. Let's get lost for a while. Yeah, I like it. Please unmute yourselves and give her some love.
I love the flow of that.
Okay, Aaliyah, hell yeah, it's okay that you walk it on air. Hell yeah, come through with that.
Okay. Hell yeah, indeed. You already know we're here with you. Please do drop your Instagram handle in the chat. I don't think I have it and I need it. Okay. Please. Next up is going to be some conto. Our horn. Go ahead, do your thing.
This is an old poem. It's called I Would Have Told My Carpentry Teacher I Loved Trees. To miseducate a child is to miss the chance to create something so wild in its imagination, something a hot air balloon shot of its helium soul, to watch it lift from the ground to the sound of morning birds, to the skin of the sky, to see the ridiculous vastness of it all. Or if you're like me as a child, to remain amongst the trees and let the spirit of the forest breathe into me, such that what is born from each breath is poetry that is tentacled with the branches that carry my ancestors' breasts, their chests and shoulders the size of baobab trees. When I heard my carpentry teacher passed away, a strange sadness put a chainsaw to his memory. By all accounts, he was a good man, a man of iron discipline. But to us forest dwellers, this man was no god. We had seen trees that towered above him. He was no emperor. The trees had seen his naked soul. But when I heard that he had passed away, something put a chainsaw so deep into his memory, and I heard the loud scream at the root of it. And eventually it crashed with an ear-splitting silence in the depth of the forest. I haven't been there since, but I walked back to where it lies today with this poem. So these are the things I never got to say to you, Mr. Ngwenya. I loved trees. I woke up each morning every day to climb a tree. Right in the front yard, dead center of one of the tiniest spaces in the world, there grew a fir tree so majestic. I thought it lived part of its life in the heavens. I thought that somewhere in the sky lived this large, smiling woman called God, and that she let the tree sit in between her thighs and braided the sweet fruit of that fir tree into its afro puffs. And when they cut that tree down around the same time you started teaching me, you were dead to me. Your classroom became the workshop of the devil. To miseducate a child is to tell them that beauty can only come from destroying the things you love. That certain things can only be pieced together by breaking their spirits. In a classroom, this very second, there is a child learning that puppetry is not geometry, that tape dancing is not astronomy, that studying insects is silly since yellow jackets do not sell in the stock market, and that their ancestors were not the same voices they heard in the forest, in the songs of their roots, the same ones whose tongues you urged us to chop into pieces and stop their poetry mid-sentence. Thank you.
Oh, so you just gonna drop the mic on us? Oh my gosh. Please unmute yourselves and give some.
That was amazing. Conto.
Awesome. Ever.
That was brilliant.
Brilliant. And if anybody deserves a horn, brother, it's you. Bum, 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 bum. I'm gonna be here for you tonight. Bum, 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 bum. That was amazing. Thank you so much for that. You need to check out. Check out the I can't even speak. Check out the chat, okay? Because there's all kind of woes. Whoa, goddamn, what was that? Oh my God, half my head is missing. Check out the love in the chat for you. All right, like we're going to jump over to Jacqueline and get you in. So please give us a short piece so that we can get to our last artist. We're gonna get y'all all in. I don't care if we go over a little, just tiny bit. I'm sorry, Advocate, please don't turn us off, okay? Go ahead, Jacqueline, do your thing.
Hi, everyone. I don't know how to, follow that piece. That was pretty powerful. So I have two short pieces. One's about heartbreak and the other one's about falling in love with someone new. Breakup-versary, 1 year. It's been 1 year since you broke up with me, nonetheless on the phone as I was parked outside the nursing home, waiting to see my mom after she was released into a rehab facility without the ability to speak. Yet there you were, telling me this is not going to work, as if all I put into this relationship was not worth it, as if all the love I poured out wasn't enough. In that moment, I wanted to scream and shout and get loud. I wanted to tell you that you're wrong. I wanted to tell you that you're never going to find a love so strong. Yet nothing I could say or do would make you change your mind, because that's what conditional love is. Real true love doesn't have any barriers, doesn't have any conditions. Real true love is there for you during the times you need the strength to move on, to exist. Real true love does not desert you when you're in pain. Real true love is there for you throughout your worst days. Real true love gives you the freedom to speak your mind. Real true love is kind, and real true love you will find, but you must not settle. And this one's called Manifestation, and it's about someone who I've recently met, and it's a complete opposite to my ex. Manifestation. It seems that I often fall quickly, that poetic verses exit from my mouth as soon as I feel a connection. But I promise this is different. It seems this time around the universe has finally answered my prayers, because what other way is there to explain the certainty that I feel in your stare, your eyes so rare, a glimmer of hazel and green, so serene, as if you were manifested for me, to show me that all this time it was you who I was waiting for, a man perfect in my eyes, intelligent, patient, and kind, who has shown me that all the pain experienced was not wasted, because it has led me to you.
Ooh, come on with the two pieces of fire. Please unmute yourself and give Jacqueline some love.
I love it.
Hey,
Beautiful.
Oh yeah, spit that renewal.
Both sides.
All the pain was not
Breathe that
wasted.
beautiful energy into it. I love it.
Right. All the pain was not wasted. Indeed, Joski. We're going to turn it into something beautiful. And you did that twice. So thank you for that, Jacqueline. We're so glad to have gotten you on. Thank you for sharing our space. And we hope you come back to us. Okay. All right. We did it. We only went 2 minutes over, but we're going to keep going. We got one last poet. I promised we would get to you, Daniel. So I'm going to hush and let you do your thing. Go ahead.
Hi, my name's Dan. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. And this poem is after Willie Perdomo's That's My Heart Right There. And it's an aphorism that I call That's the Heart of Me. That's the start of me right there. With pistol grip full, flux capacitors humming, the quantity summoning a quality some call rare air. That's the start of me right there. Pushing off a satellite high dive humming. Exterior tiles don't burn, but glow through heat in the layers. That's the start of me right there. Hurtling, splash down, splash free, submerged in a pool of my smiles, hairs standing on wires. That's the start of me right there. Kissing hounds set free on me, kissing, coming, pulling the trigger on the signal, boundless. Pulling the trigger on the signal, boundless. Facing scars furrowed. For wounds want healing from small worries that probably already are. That's the start of me right there. When I start caring, knowing, humming. Thank you for your time.
Yes, thank you. I think you're new. Are you new? Is this your first time here?
Yeah, this is my first time.
Well, it happens to also be the last performer. So we are going to give you love in the way that we do for each of our new folks. And that means we will be yelling all kinds of loudness to let you know what we would have wanted to know if it was our first time. And that's how we're going to leave this space tonight. Giving love to you and to all of ourselves for being here and choosing to spend this Thursday night immersed in each other's poetry and creativity. So I'm going to ask everybody to unmute and please give Daniel some love and all of yourselves some love.
Welcome,
And
Daniel.
come back,
Daniel, welcome.
Guys are awesome.
Anytime you jump on, find yourself here with the rest of the weirdos, man.
Check it out. That's right. But Elemental
Good
said,
place to be.
That's right. That's right. Welcome to the Weirdos. Okay, this is what we do. If you hear us yell one of us for you, that means that you are now messed up. Okay? That means every Thursday night, we expect you here with us. It's okay if you don't make it every Thursday night. We understand, especially if you know something's happening in the world or your life that keeps you away. Just know there's a safe space and somebody somewhere in the Zoomverse is thinking of you and missing you and hoping that you return to us. I thank you all this evening for taking the time to be with us, for choosing the online open mic on Thursday night with yours truly, Ray Jane, also known as Thunderlung, to share your new shit, your old shit, your in-between shit. We appreciate you. We are blessed to evolve with you in what you create with your art. Please do return to us, and we will unmute one last time so Advocate knows when to take us out. And the way that we do that is you yell your love into the world, what you want your friends, your countrymen, your poetry folks to remember, and I will be counting down from 10 to 1 so our friend Advocate could get some sleep, because he's doing it all out here, okay, making sure that we have a chance to have a safe space. So please unmute, and I'll be counting down. Pay attention if you need a little something to take with you. 10.
Stay inspired, everyone.
Yo, give it up.
Thank you,
Give it
guys.
up.
Vote, everyone. Vote.
all the way up and down the ballot.
Make sure you give her a follow.
People you love them.
Get your life. This Thursday night.
Don't act like you don't got
All the
nowhere to
poets who
go.
came through tonight.
Yes.
Y'all are beautiful. Y'all are incredible.
Find us.
Shout
or
out
we'll
poets.
find you.
With all your heart.
Marsha
Or
Rivera, Mr.
write
Speaker,
it.
every poet who
You
came
don't know how to
even the
feel it,
folks who
write
came
it.
through and did the
Show that love.
appreciate all
Listen to the
Spread
poetry.
love.
What's up, Poetech? Two.
Truly.
You are
Appreciate
loved
y'all.
all around the world. Just find your space.
Around the
Be
world.
strong.
One.
Absolutely.
You are lost.
Follow Ray J. For real.
Find yourself with us.
NewYorican.org.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.
Yeah.
Peace.
Good night.
Stay blessed.